Hi everybody. This is Dr. Steffi from the Brilliance Mind, and I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about ChatGPT and the power of it. It's pretty exciting, especially I want to talk to you about the question, can it revolutionize technical workflows, basically workflows of companies like yours that have a high level of expertise involved with them. All right, so I've done a bit of research, so I want to share my screen here. Hopefully, all of this is going well because I'm kind of new to this live streaming here. So, um, do and what can it not do? So I actually asked ChatGPT itself to see what it would come up with. So you can, of course, improve customer service. I think you've probably heard of that. We all have. What I want to focus on today is the technical workflows, because as you probably know, you might have heard me talk before, it's my work is really about helping businesses, especially high expertise businesses, take knowledge that's currently only in the brain of someone, like your brain, for example, or the brain of people working with you on your team. Taking that out, I call that brilliance extraction, brilliance mining. Okay, and then helping you to put it into systems that then help you to duplicate and replicate that knowledge in other people's heads. So we'll talk more about that. But technical workflows is something that I think about a lot. And then, of course, you can leverage ChatGPT for marketing and sales. There's some interesting things you can do, industry-specific applications. And so that brings me to, all right, so let's focus on the technical workflows. All right, let me see. I can move the screen. So make sure that the tool is actually proper. It is suited for the job. So one of the limitations ChatGPT itself admitted is that it is lacking common sense knowledge. And when you think about common sense knowledge, that's isn't that one of those areas where we often go like, man, I taught somebody on my team to do something and I thought I did a good job teaching them, but they just don't have the common sense that I would have brought to the situation. And that's part of knowledge that is unconscious competence for you, because what common sense is to one person may not be common sense to another. And then, of course, ChatGPT, it only has as much common sense as it's been trained. So, for example, they give this funny example here. If you asked, can a fish play basketball? ChatGPT may say, yeah, sure, why not? Because it has seen examples of fish and basketball in text data. There's vulnerability to bias. I'm sure you've heard about that. And then there's the difficulty with complex tasks, which is also something that, especially for high expertise companies like yours, is a concern, is something we need to pay attention to. So then you have, of course, the potential. So that's basically you can create persuasive arguments, for example, for marketing. I use ChatGPT sometimes to, I'm experimenting with this right now. Let's say I have a fairly complex explanation for something. I might put that into ChatGPT and say, hey, can you simplify that? And can you make that more engaging, please? And it often does, but you have to read it and not just use it, obviously, right? So you have to put your judgment and experience into using this tool. There's enhanced multilingual capabilities, etc., etc. But let's move on back to the technical workflows. There are three areas that ChatGPT itself suggested that we can use ChatGPT for with respect to technical workflows. So there's collaboration, there's automating tasks, and there's streamlining processes. Well, so for sake of time here, I just want to say that the conclusion this so far that I have come to is that, it's garbage in, garbage out. So it's not some tool that miraculously extracts unconscious competence out of your brain. I mean, there are some thoughts that I have about how you can use ChatGPT to trigger some things that are in your brain. That's material for another talk here, another conversation. Um, but ultimately, it's important to train the system on relevant data, and it's also important to check it. You have to regularly evaluate and refine Chat GPT to make sure that what's coming out of it is actually accurate and relevant. So, but with these limitations stated, I think it is a very powerful and very exciting technology that we can begin to incorporate into our work. And there's a lot of exciting things that we can do with it. But I think the bottom line is that first, we need to have a lot of the data that maybe are in someone's head. We need to pull them out. We need to digest them at least somewhat, so that then could be used to train AI tools like ChatGPT and help revolutionize the way that we share information, that we analyze data, and that we streamline workflows. So let me know what you think of this, and I will see you tomorrow, because I'm going to do my best to make this a regular thing, provided that y'all like this. All right. Ciao.